Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make beats like Alchemist. This one's way overdue, man. It's been requested many times, and Alchemist is literally one of the GOATs. He's got an endless list of credits from people like Mobb Deep, Mac Miller, Action Bronson, J. Cole, Benny the Butcher, and many more. So in this video, I want to break down some of his techniques and show you how you can create a similar vibe. But before we get into it, right now I'm running a huge Black Friday sale on jcactus.com. So if you need new producer kits, whether it's Boom-Bap or drill, make sure you check it up now because there's up to 70% off everything. So craziest sale I've ever done. The link is in the description, and let's get straight into it. Alright, so when it comes to making beats like Alchemist, sampling is like the main thing. He's known as a sample-based producer. He's known for using the legendary MPC, which I don't have right now, so we're gonna have to make do without. But from watching a lot of his interviews, studying his music over the years, and watching some of his breakdowns, I think I've got somewhat of a good idea about his thought process and his techniques, and we should be able to recreate something similar in FL. The one thing I've heard him say is that these days he always starts with the drums. He used to start with samples back in the day, but yeah, lately it's all been about drums first, and he won't even set a BPM. He'll just find some sort of simple groove with a kick, a hat, and a snare, and then he'll find samples to go with that. But then sometimes he might not even create the drum loop himself. He might just find a drum sample and then manipulate that. And yeah, before producers had access to loads of different sample packs like the ones on jcactus.com, people had to listen to vinyls, and then they'd take certain elements from that. They might take a kick, they might take a snare, a hat, or even the full loop. So yeah, I want to try something similar. So I found this sample, and I really like that snare, so I'm going to take that just in case we use it. So I'm just going to grab this there. I don't have a vinyl player here, so it's not going to be fully authentic, but it's a modern way of sampling. We'll just fade that out. Then I'm just going to record that into Edison. And then I also found this sample from Les McCann, and it's got this nice drum break in it. So yeah, I'm going to start from this kick and stop it here. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take this section as well, and you'll see why. You'll see what the BPM is as well. It looks like this might be 86, so I'm going to copy that, and then I'm just dragging this back. So instead of this snare, we can have it land here, or we could keep the snare because that one just looks a bit beefier, and then have this one. So now we've got a better loop. Now to keep things tidy, I like to consolidate my tracks because then we don't have the cuts, it's all one file. And then I'm just going to copy this out a few times because then from here I can find a sample that works with it. And when it comes to finding samples, there's so many different ways you can do it. You could go into record stores and have a look through. If you don't want to spend that time, then just have a look through sites like Tracklib maybe. Go on YouTube, browse through different playlists, check whosampled.com to see what other people have sampled, and then check those artists out as well. But to be honest, it's really up to you to be doing the digging. Sometimes finding samples could be the longest part, but for me personally, I'm just always on the lookout. So if I'm watching TV, a Netflix series, wherever I am, I'm always listening to the music that's playing and thinking if I could sample it or not. So yeah, it's just one thing to think about. But the sample that I'm going to be using today is the Orient Express Cobra Fever. This sample sounds so sick, man. Just have a listen. So yeah, really strange sample, quite weird sounds, but something Alchemist would flip, I think. So I'm just going to double click, right click, and then edit in audio editor. And I'm just going to start taking some loops that I like. So definitely this part. So yeah, we got that sounding right. And this one's already got drums in it, so I want to see how it sounds with these ones. Let's just move that down. We'll make sure the stretch tool's on. And then I only stretched it to 2 bars, so we'll just take this. We could change the key of this as well. No, I think down 2. And then we could just do a little chop like this. Set that to generic. You see where it's going? And then I also want to use that snare that we took just to beef up the main snare. I'm going to do the same with the kick soon. So we'll just add a quick pattern for drums. Copy that. So yeah, that's just to give you one idea, but another way we could do it is in Serato sample. So we could drag the sample straight in. This will give us the key and the BPM as well. It will sync it. And then we're just going to set this for the first chop, and then we'll set the slicer. Then we'll bring this up to 4. And then in here we could even take the drums out. And then we could just find a chop from here. So we could start on that, for example. So it's something like this. Yeah, that might be better. And then what you'd usually do is switch something up like every 4 or 8 bars. So I'm going to copy this and then just change something in this section. Yeah, hard. See, I'm kind of liking the way Serato sample sounds, so I'm just going to make that pattern a bit longer and then just find that same chop. Just be like this. It's kind of a weird sound, but I can hear someone like Action Bronson all over this. I still need to beef it up though. I'm just going to get a kick in there as well. We'll go to the Timeless drum kit and then get the Heaven kick. And then I'm just going to match that pattern. So yeah, that's the main pattern. But then with these notes, I'm just going to bring the velocity down. I just bring them a little bit off grid. And then with that sample, I just want to do some processing. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut out some low end because I'm going to either add my own bass or find a different sample. So yeah, we'll just cut this. Just bring out some high end too. Then I've just pulled up Ozone 10 Imager. And you can see the samples kind of leaning to the left. So I'm just going to pan it a bit to the right. That just sounds a bit wider and more even. Alright, one other thing Alchemist does is he'll actually find bass samples from other samples. He'll either take individual notes or just small parts and rearrange it, or he'll just take the bass pattern. And this is just another classic technique from Boom-Bap producers. Sometimes when you look at credits from tracks, you'll see that like 4 or 5 different samples have been made, and these are the reasons. You might take certain parts from each sample and then just create something unique. So there's definitely an art to sampling, man. So I'm going to do that exact thing because I found this sick bass sample that I like. I just want those first notes. Obviously it's not in time, but then we'll cut it there, just where it finishes. We'll stretch this in time. So it's in time, but we need to take out that high end because I don't think that sound's going to work with the sample and it's out of key. So I'm going to set it to stretch. I'm actually going to reset the pitch first and then we'll just find the right key. But yeah, with that bass sample, I need to take out the high end. Just add another EQ just to boost that up. Obviously it changes at that last note. So what I'm going to have to do is cut it there, make this one unique. Yeah, I think that's right. And then just to thicken up that lower end, I've heard Alchemist say that he'll layer an 808 underneath the guitar, which is what a lot of boom-bap producers do too. So I'm going to go back to my source boom-bap kit. We'll go to bass, go to 808s, and then I'm just going to use this deep one. You might need headphones on for this, but it's basically an 808 without a lot of the high end, so it's perfect for these type of beats. We'll set it to cut itself, bring the out knob up, and then I just want that one note hitting. Yeah, I think it's there. So I always just check a couple octaves up. There we go. So yeah, just to make sure those two aren't clashing, we want to take out the sub from the bass guitar and the high end from the 808. So you'll see what I mean. So this is the bass guitar. And then this is the 808. You only really want to hear the rumble from this. I'm just going to add some reverb to that main sample. And then maybe just something like a chorus or a flanger. Just want to get it sounding a little bit weirder. And then in that second part of the sample, I'm going to take the EQ off because there is actually a bass under there. But I can layer it with the 808 too. So it's just that one note. Simple pattern, but it fits. Also, after an 8-bar, he might do something like cutting the drums. Okay, and then to make everything sound like it's working together more, just routed everything to an empty insert, and then I'm gonna add RC20. Alright, and sometimes there might be a third switch up, so I'm gonna try that same thing. That sounds kind of hard. And then yeah, we're just gonna get another 8-weight pattern under it. Alright man, and to be honest, there's not much more than that in an Alchemist beat. If you listen to a lot of his beats, they're all really simple, but it's just the samples he chooses, the way he flips things, and mainly the sound selection too. But what we could do is just add a quick intro, and then we'll add an acapella just to give it a true test. Yeah, maybe we could just add a part of the sample. I even like the start of this sample. Alchemist always has these weird textures and sounds, sometimes in the intro too, so this could work. Could even just repeat that, and then with the bass guitar, I'm gonna turn that off here, and then just bring the 8-weight in there. You know what? Might not even need the 8-weight there. Just those subtle bits of variation as well. I can just have the live bass play. And with the live bass guitar, I ended up using this plugin instead, just because that sample had some counter melodies in which I couldn't completely take out. So I've just got Kanye's Approach preset, and then the exact same notes. So yeah, from here, let's just split the drums. We'll just bring the loop back. Yeah, that's all it needs. Only other thing is a couple cuts in the drums, like maybe a snare out there, and then just subtle cuts like this. Yeah, let's test the acapella. Okay, so I've just grabbed an acapella, and to do that, I downloaded the original song, and I'm using the Alchemist feat Action Bronson Vertigo. I feel like Action Bronson would just be perfect for this beat, man. But to get the acapella, of course, we're in the new FL Studio update, so I just went to extract stems, and then just highlighted the vocals. From there, I just dragged it more in time, and it was already the same BPM, so it was meant to be. Alright, let's have a listen from the beginning. But before we do, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're feeling the content that I put out for you. And also visit jcactus.com if you need yourself some new producer sounds, whether it's drill, trap, or boom bap. Right now I'm running a huge sale for Black Friday, so definitely don't miss out on that. It's up to 70% off everything with some crazy bonuses too. So yeah, check that out, and let's have a listen from the beginning. So yeah, quite a weird intro, but I like it.
It's me. Got the game on the leash like 6 special kids with helmets on. Tumble out of limos with leopard on. Bring my own homemade food in a Tupperware to the restaurant and practice various wrestling moves on a leprechaun. Nothing better you can spend.
This has got that perfect Alchemist and Action Bronson vibe. Weird, man.
She took a bump, now she's chirpy. And then I had to stop the car. She had to take a dump, Mother Mercy. Shit, she must have had the turkey.
Vocal sounds sick on this part.
Peyton Manning jerseys. Lifted F-150s. The way I hit the corner, bitches calling them Ricky.
And Alchemist comes in here.
3 times in the mirror, man, this shit can get tricky. They'll never find you amongst the hickory.
Pop wheelies on motorbikes and get down on one knee, squat and throw the dice. I'm head cracking.
Yeah, he sounds sick on this as well.
In a lead jacket. Victory lap and saw the finish line and sped past.
And then I've just looped it back around. So if you want more tutorials like this, more boom bap, just click up here. Or for drill, just click up here.
Call me Sergio. Suede slippers cross a 30 ball. Stare too long and get vertigo. It's more than any man can see. I organically push a button and open the door up mechanically. Then peel the skin off of a mandarin, get some extra vitamin C. I'm trippy, I'm a Saks Fifth window mannequin. Try to stencil the manuscript. Impossible, my face is that of an ancient god etched in an amulet.